Hello everyone, welcome to our presentation. We'll introduce and discuss the final project we have done in the ICS course. I'm Jiaying Huang.
I'm Zhanyang Yu.
And I'm Zeus Zhou. The basic target of our chat system is to add some features from the original chat system, including a graphical user interface, secure messaging, and games. First, we'll introduce these features, then we will discuss and analyze how these features work.
Now let's begin with the introduction. In this part, we'll briefly show the advantages of these features and motivation we choose the topics. For GUI, it can make things easy for users when using chat systems. Besides the basic functions like communication between users, request and response, we add some extra features to it. First is the register and login feature. Users may want their private account. With that feature, users can log into our chat system after they create their account. Secondly, we use GUI to allow users to begin their game so that they will not only chat but also have fun. Also, users can decide whether they want to secure the message.
For secure messaging, it allows users to chat freely. Users chatting with others may want to share some secrets. We aim to allow users to chat without the monitoring of the server. Therefore, they can say whatever they want while the server has no idea at all. To achieve the goal, we use AES symmetric key algorithm to encrypt the conversation.
Finally, for the game, 5 in a row. We think it's very important to add a game that is both interesting and easy to play. This is a game that I often play with my friends during class breaks. If you're tired of chatting, you can compete with the friends you're chatting with through this interesting game. For the rules of the game, players should put their chess piece alternately on the cross line. The person who gets 5 chess pieces in a line wins. The next part is the demo of the app.
Now I'm going to introduce the demo of the app. Now I'm opening the chat server and chat CMDL to open the login interface, and again to open another login interface. Okay, here they are. Now I'm going to log into the system, but I don't have an account. I can just click sign up to create my account. For example, password. Okay, let's try the wrong password. It tells my password is incorrect. Now let's enter the right password. Okay, in the registration, there are 2 ways to make it run. First one is to create my account that has already exists. For example, it says it exists. And the second way is to create an account that has no password. For example, it says it is empty and there exists an error. Okay, let's now create the right one. And enter into the system through similar process. Okay, here is the interface of chat system. We can enjoy some basic functions of the chat system, such as asking the time. Okay, then it tells me the time now. And next, I will introduce the messaging part. First, we need to see Yu to connect to him. Okay, I'm not connected with him. If we allow the server to know our message, we can just type our message and click the send button. However, if we don't allow the system to know our message, we can type our message and click the safely send button. However, it looks the same from the view of users, but there exists some difference in the view of the server, which will be shown in the following part. We can also enjoy the game 5 in a row here. It is a translation of the Chinese meaning, which is the same to the 5 in a row. If the first person clicks start, it tells me to wait for the else player. Okay. The rules of the game have already been introduced. Okay, the system will tell the winner he wins and the loser he loses. Then we can start another game. If we don't want to play the game, just close it. And we can still chat to other people in the chat room.
Having seen the demo, it's time to return to our third part, which is a detailed explanation of the code. The first 2 pages we see are from our GUI. The code on the left initialized the login and chat interface of the chat system. Because the buttons didn't line up, we changed the size to make the interface look nicer. The code on the right is what we added. What this set of code actually does is add the sign-up interface, which is the page we see when we click the sign up button. While adjusting the chat interface, we also added 2 buttons to facilitate user access. Click the Game button to play online games. The Safely Send button is used to encrypt the send message. Next comes the registration logic. As we have demonstrated, registration requires all conditions to be met in order to successfully register. For example, registration will fail if you type in a stock or if your password is empty, as well as if the username already exists. Next comes the server's registration logic and the password judgment. The picture above is the registration logic, just as we did with the initial features of the chat system. When the server receives a command from register, the server will take action. The following is to check whether the corresponding username and password is correct. Only the corresponding user can successfully log in, otherwise it will fail. Now let's talk about online games. The game is 5 in row, derived from the install Pygame. The code in above picture is explained by clicking the Game button to launch the game's separate client and server. The code at the bottom right represents the application of the dual process program. This code base keeps the game and chat separate, meaning that the closing of the game page does not affect the chat because the game server and the chat server are separate. And finally, the secure messaging. When the user clicks the Safely Send button, the program above runs to identify the message that needs to be encrypted and then use the following procedure to encrypt it on the user side and send it to the server. The server sends the encrypted message to the second client, where it decrypts it. This process applies AES. AES is a symmetric encryption algorithm that works just like I mentioned. The first three lines below are the unencrypted information that the server sees, and the fourth line is the encrypted information. The server only sees the line of encrypted garble on the fourth line, but that's actually hello sent by the client.
And these are some packages and programs we imported and used in our programs. The left picture is from the program client state machine, while the two pictures on the right are from chat server and GUI respectively. Besides these things that we imported, there are also packages that we download to enable the online gaming and secure messaging functions in our program. There are 4 packages that we installed, and these are all important packages in our programs. Now let's come to the final stage of self-evaluation. Actually, in our programs, we did produce online gaming function, but actually we can have more games besides 5 in a row, because only one game is not enough actually for a chat system to please its users. And also, because we enable group chat in our program, secure message should enable users to send secure message to a single user, and the others in the group should be not able to decode the message. And this can be achieved by an asymmetrical algorithm, which we didn't use. Instead of to replace that, we actually used AES symmetrical algorithm. But overall, I think our progress is kind of satisfying to us because we actually touched the essence of Python programming and the essence of a chat system. And we found out that actually the chat systems, the chat apps that we use in our daily lives, such as WeChat and QQ, are actually not that far away. We can actually produce them if we have the enough knowledge on Python. And this is our report, and thanks for watching.